Good morning, everyone. In the final moment of life, few things voices louder than unspoken dreams, unlived truths, and opportunities forever lost. It's not the things people did that haunt them. It's the things they didn't. The dreams they never chased. The words they never said. The chances they let slip through their fingers because they were waiting for someday. And here's the bitter truth. Most people don't run out of time. They run out of courage, they hesitate. They stall. They obey fear like a god. And one day, they look back and realize they've lived a life that wasn't really theirs. They lived to avoid failure, judgment, and discomfort. But in doing so, they also avoided greatness, passion, and meaning. This video podcast is not here to scare you. It's here to shake you awake. Let's dig deep into why most people carry regret to their final breath and how you can make sure you're not one of them. 1. They wait for the right time that never comes. One of the most dangerous lies ever told is this: you have time. You don't have time. You have now. That's it. The only power you will ever truly hold is in the present moment. And yet, so many people wait. They wait until they are ready. Until the timing is perfect. Until someone gives them permission. But here's the truth: the stars will never fully align. Life will always be messy. Fear will always whisper doubts. And courage. Courage only shows up when you move despite the fear, not when you wait for it to disappear. Regret doesn't come from taking the leap and failing, it comes from never leaping at all. 2. They let other people define their path. You were not born to live someone else's script. But sadly, most people do exactly that. They follow paths chosen by friends, teachers, or society. They study what they are supposed to. Work where they should. Marry when it's expected. And suppress the wildfire inside them because it doesn't fit the mold. But a life that pleases everyone else is a life that betrays yourself. You don't owe anyone your obedience. You owe yourself your truth. When you ignore your soul's calling, you may gain approval from others, but you lose respect for yourself. And that's a deal no one should make. 3. They choose comfort over fulfillment. Comfort is seductive. It's warm, familiar, and easy. But it's also the silent killer of dreams. Most people don't chase what they truly want, not because it's impossible, but because it's uncomfortable. Growth demands effort. Change requires friction. And stepping into your purpose. That means leaving the cozy nest of certainty behind, but understand this. Comfort never created greatness. Comfort never birthed legends. And when you settle into a safe little life, you may not feel the sting immediately. But one day, you realize you built a cage and called it security. You didn't live. You survived, and that, right there, becomes regret's first seed. 4. They ignore their inner voice until it goes silent. You were born with a compass inside you. A whisper that tells you what's right, what's wrong, what excites you, and what drains you. But the more you ignore it, the quieter it gets. Many people mute their inner voice to stay polite, agreeable, or successful. They trade authenticity for acceptance. And over time, they forget who they really are. But your soul doesn't forget. It remembers every time you said yes when you meant no. Every time you stayed when you wanted to leave. Every time you swallowed your truth to keep the peace. And in the end, what eats people alive isn't what the world did to them, it's what they did to themselves. 5. They underestimate how fast time moves. When you're young, you think you have forever. Then, one day, you blink and decades have flown by. Time doesn't ask for permission. It just passes. People who live with regret often realize too late that they were living on autopilot. They postpone their dreams, thinking they could pursue them later. But later turns into never when you're not intentional. Every dream has an expiration date. Every opportunity has a window. Don't wake up one day and realize you ran out the clock while scrolling, pleasing, waiting, or doubting. 6. They live small because they are afraid to fail big. Failure is not the enemy. It's the tuition of success, but most people are so terrified of failing that they never try at all. They'd rather play small and be safe than swing big and risk falling. And in doing so, they live half lives with whole regrets. But here's what they forget: you can recover from failure. You can't recover from never trying. The only true loss is the life unlived. 7. They never ask, what do I truly want? Sounds simple, right? But you'd be shocked how few people ever ask themselves that question. They know what's expected. They know what's acceptable. But what about what's true? Deep down, you have a vision. A life that feels like home. A version of you that's unshakable, lit up, unapologetically alive. But if you don't define it, the world will define it for you. And the saddest part, many people don't even realize they are unhappy until it's too late. They only realize it when they can't go back. 8. They hide behind excuses that sound reasonable. I don't have time. I'm too old. I'm not good enough. What if it doesn't work? Excuses wear many costumes. Some even sound logical. But strip them down, and they're all made of fear. People spend years rationalizing why they can't, instead of spending months figuring out how they could. And when the clock runs out, those excuses turn to ashes. No excuse ever kept regret away, only action can do that. 9. They don't realize regret is heaviest at the end. There are few things more heartbreaking than someone looking back on their life and whispering, I thought I had more time. I wish I had gone for it. I wish I had been more honest with myself. These are not just quotes. They are real stories. From real people who lived their lives carefully and died with what ifs engraved on their hearts. But you don't have to be one of them. 10. So, how do you avoid dying with regret? The answer is not as complicated as people make it. But it does require courage, honesty, and commitment. Let's break it down into real, practical shifts. 1. Be honest about what you want. Start there. Before you chase anything, pause and ask, what life would make me proud? What dream still keeps me up at night? What makes me feel most alive? Forget what's practical. Forget what's smart. Start with what's true. 2. Take imperfect action. You don't need to know everything. You just need to move. Clarity comes from action, not overthinking. Start messy. Learn fast. Adjust on the fly. Just don't wait until you feel ready, because you never truly will. 3. Say yes to what lights you up, and no to what drains you. Your energy is your compass. If something excites your soul, it's probably meant for you. If something weighs you down, that's a sign too. Be brave enough to follow that guidance. 4. Surround yourself with the right people. Your environment matters a lot. Surround yourself with people who push you to grow, not stay small. Who believe in dreams, not just stability, because one right voice can reignite your fire, and one wrong one can smother it forever. 5. Live now, not later. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Start now. Want to write that book? Start a page today. Want to launch that idea? Sketch out the first step tonight. Want to heal a relationship? Make the call now. Later is the dream killer. Now is where your life changes. Let go of perfection. It's a disguise for fear. Perfection isn't noble. It's paralysis in disguise. People tell themselves, I'll start when it's perfect. I'll share my work when it's flawless. But what they really mean is, I'm scared to be seen failing. Perfectionism is a beautifully wrapped excuse. It keeps you polishing your dream forever, instead of living it, the truth. Done is better than perfect, because the world doesn't reward potential, it rewards action. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be real, choose growth over approval. One of the biggest regrets people carry is this: I lived to make everyone else happy, and lost myself in the process. We are wired to want love, acceptance, and connection. But when you sacrifice your growth just to fit in, you don't find real belonging. You find approval. And approval is fragile. You want peace. Choose growth. You want power. Choose authenticity. Approval fades. But growth stays with you forever. Use fear as a compass. Most people think fear means stop. But often, fear is pointing to exactly where you need to go. If your dream doesn't scare you a little, it's not big enough. If your goals don't challenge your comfort, they won't change your life. Fear is not the enemy. Fear is feedback. It says, there's something important here. Pay attention. So instead of avoiding fear, walk through it. Let it sharpen you, not shrink you. Make peace with the past, then let it go. You can't outrun regret if you're still dragging the past with you. Maybe you've made mistakes. Maybe you've missed chances. Maybe you've hurt others or yourself. That doesn't disqualify you. That prepares you. Your past is not a sentence. It's a classroom. But if you keep replaying the pain, reliving the guilt, rehashing the loss, you stay stuck, and life, it keeps moving with or without you. Let the past teach you. Then release it, because nothing back there is more important than what's in front of you. Redefine success for yourself. Here's one of the main reasons people end up full of regret. They chase someone else's definition of success. Money, titles, likes, fame, those aren't bad. But they are not enough. Not if they come at the cost of your values, peace, or freedom. What does success mean to you? A quiet morning with people you love, creating something that moves others, living a life aligned with your values. When you define success for yourself, you start to live a life you actually want, not just one that looks good to everyone else. Start living for moments, not just milestones. Most people are chasing the next big thing, the next job, the next house, the next achievement, the next level. But when you're always chasing the next, you miss the now. And regret doesn't come from lack of milestones. It comes from lack of moments. The quiet coffee in the morning, the belly laugh with your best friend, the sunset that stopped you in your tracks. These are the moments that make a life whole. Don't miss them chasing more. Say the things you've been holding in. Most people regret the words they never said. I love you. I forgive you. I need help. I'm proud of you. I'm sorry. I'm leaving. This is who I really am. Words unsaid become wounds carried. Speak your truth. Don't wait. Don't assume they know. Don't hold back because it's awkward, emotional, or scary. People can handle the truth, but they can't heal from silence. Take full responsibility for your life. This one stings, but it's essential if you want to live without regret. You have to stop blaming your past, your parents, the system, your ex, the economy. All of it might be valid, but none of it will give you power. The second you take full ownership of your life is the moment you take it back. No one's coming to rescue you. But guess what? You don't need rescuing. You need reminding of your strength, your choices, your voice. You are not powerless. You're powerful beyond belief. Start acting like it. Protect your time like it's sacred, because it is. You can get money back. You can rebuild your reputation, but once a moment is gone, it's gone. Yet most people treat their time like it's unlimited. They say yes when they want to say no. They spend hours arguing with strangers online. They waste weeks chasing approval from people they don't even like. They binge distractions instead of building dreams. Time is your most precious currency. Spend it on what actually matters. embrace the beautiful risk of being fully alive. At the end of the day, what keeps most people full of regret is this: they never gave life their all, they played it safe, they stayed small, they protected their hearts so well that they never fully used them. But living full out is risky. You might fail, you might get hurt, you might lose people. You might look foolish, but you'll also feel everything. You'll love deeply, you'll laugh loudly, you'll cry hard and rise stronger. You'll experience the wild, sacred, breathtaking chaos of being human. And when your final chapter comes, you know this: you lived. For real. With heart, with soul, with fire, and there will be no room for regret. Only peace. Your life is happening right now. Most people think regret is something you feel at the end of life. It's not. It's something you build every day by the choices you make or the ones you avoid. But here's the miracle: you can rewrite your story starting now. You can become the person who dies empty of regret and full of life. Not because everything was perfect, but because you were awake, honest, bold, and true to who you were meant to be. Don't die with your dreams still inside you. Don't let the fear win. Don't postpone the life your soul is begging for. Start now, today, while you still have time, while you still have breath. Live in such a way that when your time comes, you live with peace, not pieces. I hope this video podcast motivates you today. If you want more videos like this, subscribe, share, and stay connected. I'm Clement, your motivation coach.